Today, Mario has a giant marble race. There are exactly 100 balls in this race, and there will only be one winner. There are 25 balls for each color, red, green, pink, and blue. Which color will win? We've also got some other special balls, and some of them are used as obstacles on the racetrack. You'll get to see that. For now, let's head up to the starting line. Look here at this fuzzy ball with different colors. This is actually what happens when you overlap 100 balls all on the same spot. We want every color to have a fair chance at winning, so when Mario hits this switch right here, all of the balls will be released at once, and they'll start to spread out when they come in contact with enemies and obstacles in the course. 3, 2, 1. Let's go! And the balls are off as it rolls towards an unsuspecting Goomba, taking it out. The balls are spreading out a little bit, but we can see that we do have quite a few multicolored balls still, but now we're seeing lots of stars over there as lots of collision is starting to happen now, and the balls are becoming even more spread out over here. It's almost starting to look like those molecule models that you have to make in science class. And the balls are becoming very spread out right now, making their way down this slide, so let's follow them down with a nice jump so we can capture the action. And you can see that there is an object that's moving up and down over there. If you keep your eyes on that, it can actually squish some of the balls below the level if that does happen. Okay, but let's take a look forward over here first. Oh, and back there, we did see one fall off of the level, but now this is where the balls have to fall into if they want to continue with this marble race. We can see that some of these balls, they are falling onto this object over here, and we are going to have to ride that across to the next section of the race. This is basically a elimination round over here. This isn't the end of the race. We're just seeing how many of these balls are good enough to survive to make it to the next round. So they're bouncing around a bit. It looks like they're not going to knock each other out anymore. The ones that would have fallen did fall. So let's drop down here and we are going to ride up with them to the next section. We started off with exactly 100 balls, but we did lose quite a few, still have quite a few left though. And there is going to be quite a bit of randomness to this because you can see that these balls, they're knocking each other around quite a bit. And also depending on when Mario jumps in, that's also going to have an effect because even if we don't move, the balls will move into us and then we'll knock them around a bit, but we just have to jump out of here and get ready to hit this P switch. Because those are all going to drop down and we need to hit this P switch because that is going to make something happen. Okay, so quite a few balls fell over there. We need these balls to fall over to the right. We've got a platform over here that's appearing because of this P switch that we just hit, and that pushes quite a few off like that. Now we've got some fences that are moving up and down, and the objective of this section of the race is we want to see how many balls can make it over to that platform at the very end over here. So we've got a lot of balls that are up high over here to the top left right now. There's a very slight slope, so those balls are slowly rolling off, but once they roll off, they bounce a little bit here. Some of them are making it over the fence. Some of them, they have to wait for the fence to come down. But quite a few balls, you can see that they're actually falling through the cracks over here. So this is a spot where we are losing quite a few balls over here. Yeah, but it still does look like we have very, very many marbles over here. Not as many as when we first started, of course, because some of them are falling off. But does it look like there's any kind of advantage? You guys, let me know in the comment. How is this looking so far? Do you still want to keep rooting for the same color that you started with, or do you want to change your mind right now? Because looking at this, at first glance, it looks like there are quite a few pink. Yeah, it looks like there are quite a few pink. I wonder if they're the most pink. There's also quite a few blue, quite a few red. How about green? Not too many green, is there? I'd have to pause it and count it, but right now, yeah, it's looking like it's pretty even. Maybe pink has the advantage right now in terms of sheer number. Okay, so let's climb up here for a moment. We'll just let those balls bounce around for a bit, and let me show you guys what is going to be up here, what is up ahead. We've got some platforms that are moving over here, and some Goomba towers, so all of those are going to be acting as obstacles for these balls over here. So this first platform, it is just moving side to side over here, and it's a little high, but that platform that's a bit farther, you can see that it rotates along the vertical axis. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna drop down, we're going to jump onto this P switch, and we're not jumping onto that platform with them because we don't want to accidentally knock off any of those balls. We want to interfere in the race as little as possible. Now keep your eye on these balls over here because you can see that they are shaking a bit. Sometimes they fall off while this platform moves. They're right on the edge over there. Okay, but look at what's going to happen to this platform now. It tilts over, lots of the balls fall off. Some of them fell off to the left side over here instead of to the right. Looks like that Goomba tower is already being destroyed, but that platform's out of the way now. So even those lagging balls from behind, they're starting to come over here also. We can see that they're catching up also. It looks like pink is in the lead right now in terms of who's going to be the first ball that's going to fall into the next section that we have to go to first. Yeah, it looks like there are two pink over there. So let's see who's going to be the first one that's going to fall in here into this next red platform over here. Oh, and a pink is falling in, followed by a green and another pink. So far, there are 2 pinks. Oh, and a second green makes it in. A third pink, 2 reds, and here come the first blues. 3 blues come in, there come another 2 reds. We've still got a lot of balls up here, so we don't have to worry about this. This might be pretty even based on, well, it all depends on what balls are able to make it in here. And this isn't the last obstacle. There still is more to this race. We do not know who is going to be winning this race over here. We've just got all kinds of balls of all kinds of colors over here. This last drop over here before these balls make it onto this, in the game's files, it's called a gondola. I don't know if this is actually called a gondola in real life, but that's what this is called in the game's files. But yeah, as they make it onto this gondola over here, it's a very slight tilt. There's a very slight tilt on that grass block up there. So they're falling very slowly. And when we hit this P switch, that actually makes those 2 blocks disappear. These balls are still moving around, colliding a lot down here. So it's time for us to drop down. And this section was really, really difficult to make work in the game. What's going to be coming up over here? So I have to make sure that I actually play this carefully, because this is a section of this level where it's actually very easy for Mario to fall off. So if Mario falls off, I have to do this entire thing all over again from the beginning, and I've had to do this a few times. So hopefully we're able to do this. These balls are still colliding a lot. I actually added a little cloud platform over here, and Mario's going to have to jump to that just so that he can get out of the way of these balls. And look at what's going to happen to these balls on this gondola over here. We are going to be dropping onto another one of those platforms. And you might be thinking, look, they're just dropping straight down. All the balls should survive, right? But take a look at this. A bunch of them actually fell off. Yeah, lots and lots of balls falling there. We've got a pink one right on the edge. Is it gonna survive or no? What's going to happen? I'm just trying to not move with Mario. Okay, now let's just move a little bit, get out of the way. Okay, it looked like that pink one didn't fall, but what about this pink one on the edge over here? Okay, we're just gonna drop off over here, try and get out of the way as much as possible, and let's see what's going on. Okay, these balls, they're starting to fall quite quickly here, and look at this Koopa shell. Look at the Koopa shell bouncing up like that. We actually got a 1-up mushroom from how many times we hit that Koopa shell. That's quite unbelievable that these walls are behaving like this, and they're just defeating these dry bones over here. Oh, and up ahead, we've got some baseballs over there. You can see towards the right of the screen, we've got some baseballs over there that are basically meant to be a distraction or another obstacle to the course, but these balls are making their way down over here, and we're almost at the finish line. But if you go into that clear pipe over there, that doesn't actually bring you through the finish line, because we can see that green one's going through. Look at that green one. It's going through this section of the clear pipe now. And who's going to be the winner? There goes the baseball that was just an obstacle, but green is the first color to make it through. And it looks like green might be the second color to make it through, and then red. So let's see this. They pop out of there, go into this next one, make the little loop over here. Second comes the red. Okay, so in first was green, second was green, third place is red. When are we finally gonna get a blue? Then there comes a green, pink, another red. Finally, a blue makes it through, and then out comes another pink. I really recommend you watch my video where I made Luigi wins by doing absolutely nothing in a custom Super Mario Odyssey level. You'll love that video if you enjoyed this one. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. I hope the rest of your day is an absolutely fantastic one. And take care, everybody.